CO2 emissions in 2020 by top 15 countries. Agenda. In this short video, I'll discuss the following two topics. Topic number 1. From the original CO2 dataset, we generate a subset with just 4 columns. Country code, country name, year, global share of CO2 emission. We are going to use Excel, R, and Python to generate 3 types of dataset: CO2 share.csv, CO2 share.rdata, CO2 shares.pickle. Topic number 2. Generate a pie chart for the CO2 emissions in 2020 by first 15 countries. Again, we are going to use 3 methods: Excel, R, and Python. This picture is very close to our final result in terms of Python code. 2 questions. Who are the top 3 countries? Second one. How many lines of R code to generate such a pie chart? First, so let's download the data. Okay, it's CO2, carbon dioxide. Okay, so let's go to GitHub, github.com. So type CO2 data. Okay, CO2 data. So this is data I'm going to use. Okay, so we can click a code, and then we can download, then unzip it. Okay. Alternatively, so let's look at last month code blog. Okay. So let's try this one. Okay. So let's look at this one. Okay. So this is data on CO2 and the greenhouse gas emission by our world in data. Okay. So this is a CSV file. So this is the data set. Okay, so I'm going to copy the link. So this is the raw data, and so so this is the raw data. Okay, so this is .csv data. So we can right click, then we can save as, then we can find the location, save our data. So let's assume I'm going to save at the ctemp. I have the data. Okay, so this is, I'm going to save it. Okay, so I can save it with .csv. Okay. Alternatively, I can use R to download it. So I'm going to using R. So let's call the in file. So this is in file. So this is in file. Okay, so let's call it out file. Okay, I'm going to save at the temp. Okay, so CO2.csv. Okay, we are going to load this one. So this is in file. Okay, so actually is owid-co2-.cs. Okay, so this is, then we use download file, in file, out file. Okay. DOWN, so download, in file, out file. Okay, so we get our file. So we get our data set. Okay, so this is, so I'm going to using Excel to open it. Okay, so this is for topic number 1. So we are going to use Excel to generate a subset. Okay, so we open. Okay, browse. So let's open. So I save at C and C temp. Okay, so let's type CO CO2 CSV. Okay, so CO2 CSV and open. Okay, so this is our data set. Okay, I'm going to copy this one. So we are interested in this ISO. This is International Standard Organization. The ISO code, we are interested in this one. Country code, year, and shares global SOL. Okay, so we are only interested in these 4 columns. Okay, so I'm going to make a copy. Okay, I'm going to create a copy. So this is 2. So let's rename it CO2. So let's call the shares. Okay, so let's call the shares. Let me try this one. Okay, so let's x_read.csv. So in file. Okay, in file. Okay, so x.read in file. Okay. Okay, column name X. Okay, so column name X. So we're interested in this one. It's called, so we're interested ISO underscore code. We need a country, we need a year, and also we need a shares, global, what is called, code, share global. Okay, so let's look at IG. So let's call it index. So let's call it names equal column name X. Okay, so grab shares. Okay, shares global. So names. So let's find which one. So this is 11. Okay, shares global CO2. Okay, so this is number 11. So let's go. So let's make a copy. And I'm going to make a copy. Okay, make a copy. Then I just rename. Okay, CO2 shares. Okay, I know it's 11. Okay, so here I'm interested 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to shares global. Okay, I need this one. Okay, I'm going to delete all the. So I delete and I keep this one to the end. Okay, to the end. Okay, just delete. Okay, so actually for this one I got what I need. Okay, so there are 4 columns. So this is international standard code, country code. There are 3 letters. It's country. So this is year. This is a share global CO2. Okay, for example, so 1961 Afghanistan, the share is 0.01%. I think this is percent. Then we can export this one. So let me export it. So this is CO2 shares. Then we can export as CSV file. Okay. Okay, so this is, I'm going to save as Excel file. Okay, so this is, I'm going to save as Excel file. And for topic number 2, I'm going to use this one. Okay. The second part of topic number 1 is to generate a subset using R. It's R format. Okay. And actually we did part of it already. So let's copy the in file. So let's define this one as in file. Okay. So this is in file. So let's read.csv. So this is in file. Okay. Okay. Okay, we are going to look at column names. Column names. and we decide which column. Again, we are interested in the first, second, third, and number 11. So this is number 11. So this is, so let's call x2. So data frame x. So this is x is from 1. So this is x. So let's use, let's call A. So A is 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 plus 11. So this is our, so column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 11. Okay. So our final x2 equals data frame. So this is, all can use like x and A. So this is, we're going to get it, this one. So let's look at x2. So x2 will be ISO underscore, okay. So usually I use x. Okay, so x2 save.x file equals, I'm going to save under temp. So this is CO2 shares dot rdata. Okay, so I can save it. Okay, again, I'm going to show the complete code. Okay, we defined in file, then we retrieve use read.csv. Okay, read.csv. Then we define our columns. Okay, then we define a D as our column. So actually, then we can use dot x. So dot x actually is, so let's show dot x. Okay, so this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So last one we'll save our subset. Okay, so this is about how to use R to generate a subset. The third part for the topic number 1, we are going to use Python to generate a subset. Okay, again, we launch Spider, and we're going to import pandas as PD. Okay, so this is in file. So we copy and paste the link here. So this is data frame equals pandas read underscore CSV. So this is in file. Okay, then we close it. Okay, so import panda as PD. We have in file. We use pd dot read underscore CSV. Then, so let's run it. Okay, so let's look at the data frame. Let's look at head. Let's look at head. So let's find what is called columns. Okay, data frame column. So let's look at the columns. Okay, and again, same thing. We are interested in the first, second, and third, and also we are interested in the what is called share global CO2. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one. So let's call df2 equals pandas. So let's try this one first. Okay, so this is df. Okay, column. So I'm going to use so df. So we are interested in ISO code. df country country, country, and also df year. So last one will be df share val CO2. Okay, CO2. Okay, CO2. Okay, so we're interested in so this is our subset IS code, country, year, shares global. Okay, I'm going to run it. Okay, so let's look at df2 and head. So df2, we have used panda data frame. Okay, we are going to use panda data frame. Okay, so we're going to run it. Okay, df2 head. Okay, we have to use transpose. Okay, so transpose. Okay, so df2 head. Okay, and so let's use a little bit more df2. So let's use 10. Okay, so this is quite similar as our previous one. As the last step, okay, df2 to pickle, okay, to pickle, we save under C temp, and so let's call CO2 shares pickle. Okay, so we save this subdirectory with only with 4 columns. So country code, country, year, and share global underscore CO2. So this is pickle. Okay. Topic number 2, part 1. So we are going to use Excel to draw a pie for the top 15 country in terms of CO2 emission in 2020. Okay, you can use original data set or you can retrieve the CSV file. Okay, again, so this is we only have 4 columns. Okay, so first one is the country code. It's a 3-letter country code. Then we have a country name, we have a year, and we have the shares. Okay. Okay, so the first one is first step, we are going to sort. So actually there are several ways to do it. Okay, so let's use, so I'm going to sort it. So highlight our data set, click data, click sort. I'm going to sort according to year. Okay, so this is first. Then I can add another level, sort it according to shares. Okay, just click OK. Okay. Oh, I should use descending order. I'm going to do it one more time. Okay, so let's undo it. So I highlight. Okay, I'm going to click data, sort. Okay, the first one, I'm going to use year, and again, for the reverse order. Okay, then I'm going to add another level according to shares. Again, from largest to the smallest. Okay. Okay, so this is okay, so we are interested in this one. Okay, and suppose, so let's copy 30. So let's copy 30. Okay, I'm going to copy to another Okay, so let's go to another area. So that's another area we copy as value. Okay, okay, I'm going to make it. Okay, for this one, you see, I'm not interested in the Asia. I'm not interested in Asia, exclude China, North America, Europe. I'm only interested in country. Okay, so if you look at here, there's no country code. Okay, so I'm going to highlight again. So highlight. I'm going to sort the second time. Okay, sort by the ISO underscore country code. So let's, okay, you see here, they're all gone. I simply delete them. Okay, I simply delete them. Obviously, so this country, and also we are not interested. Okay, we can delete it. Okay, I can, okay, let me, okay, I'm going to cut. So I paste. Okay, so this, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to sort one more time according to the shares. Okay, I use sort, and so this is share from the largest to the smallest. Then click OK. Suppose I'm interested in 15. So let's see whether I have enough. Yeah, exactly 15. As the last step, we are going to draw a pie. Okay, so if we highlight this column, then we only have the pie without the country name. Okay, so we are going to, so let's do this one. Okay, we highlight this column first. We push down the Control key. Then this is country. Then we click Insert. Then click Recommended. So actually, can I click pie directly? So let's click Direction Pie. Okay, so this is and so this is blue is China, red United States. Okay, so this is our chart, represent emission CO2 emission in 2020 by top 15 countries. Topic number 2, the second part, to generate pie by using R. Okay. So if you are taking my course right now, you can use search web to find the CO2 shares. Okay. So actually I generate 3 subset. The first one is CSV file. The second one is pickle. The last one is our data set. Okay, so step 1. So let's retrieve. So let's call in file. So let's call the in file. Okay, then we use x equals get load URL in file. So let's use. Okay, so this is our data set. Add x. Okay, so actually we have several steps. Okay, step 1, we retrieve our data set. Step 2, we only choose year 2020. Then we sort it from highest to the lowest. Then we choose top 20, top 30. Then we delete non-country data or observations. Finally, we do a pie according to shares underscore according to this column. Okay, so step 1, so let's call step 2. Step 2 equals, So actually this is subset. So this is x. So x dollar year. Okay, x dollar year equals 2020. Okay, so this is 2020. So let's look at x2. Okay, so this is country, and so this is year 2020. So this let's call it x2. Okay, and so we are going to sort it according to shares underscore global. Okay, we can ascending or descending the easy way, because if it's descending, we can use head to pick up top 30 or top 20, and if we use ascending, then we can use bottom 30 or 20. Okay, so we have x2. Okay, so x2 will be the year. Okay, we are going to generate x3. We can sort according to the share global. Okay, so x3 equals x2. Okay, x2, again we use order, so this is order. So x2, the dollar sign share. Okay, and suppose we use descending order, then we use tail. Okay, we use tail. Okay, so let's look x3 head. Okay, so this is ascending order, so this is small. So let's look at tail x3. Of course, word 100%, we don't need this one, and also we don't need Asia. Okay, suppose let's use the bottom 30. So let's call it x4 equals tail. So this is tail, and x3. Okay, so this is x3. So let's use x4. So let's look at, no, it's tail. So let's use 25. So this is x4. Okay, so obviously we don't need this Asia, right? We don't need any Asia. We don't need North America. We don't need European 27, 28 countries. So if we look at here, so this is ISO code. It's missing except the last one. Okay, suppose let's call it x5. Okay, x5 equals, so x4 and x4. So this is called the dollar ISO code not equals blank. Okay, so this is x5. Okay, so this is x5. Okay, obviously we have one, so let's use row names. Okay, x5 equals, okay, so x5. Okay, we only have 13. Okay, so we should add another 2. Okay, so let's go back to x3. Okay, so this is tail, x4 tail. Suppose let's use 40. So x4 is 40. So x5 is not missing. Then x5 row is null. So let's look at x5. Okay, then we have 26. Okay, so obviously we should delete the last one, right? We should delete the last one. So this is x. So this is x5. So x6 equals x5. Okay, x5. So this is negative 27. Okay, so we delete last one. Okay, so this is x6. Okay, and suppose we total have 26. Suppose we don't want our crowded, so let's use x7. So equals tail and x6. Suppose we are interested only in 15. So x7. So we only 15. So okay. Okay, so let's use row names. X7 equals now. Okay, so x7. Okay, so finally we have to sort it in descending order. So let's x8. So let's help sort. Okay, let's find out decreasing. So let's find out. So let's use order. Help order. Okay, so order is decreasing. Is choose. So I'm going to copy this one. So let's go back. So this is finally x8 equals x8 equals x7. Order x7. So we are going to use share. Okay, so descending is choose, decreasing is choose. It's choose. Okay, so let's get it. So this is order. So order. Okay, order, not as order. Okay, so this is x8. Okay. Finally, we have this. Okay, we have this one. Okay, so we are making nicer. Row name of x8 equals now. Okay, so this is x8. Okay, so x8. So this is China is 30.65%. US 13.5%. Okay, so let's draw the pie. So pie. So this is we use share global share x8. So $ shares. Okay, so let's use this one to draw a pie. Okay, so this is the graph we get. Okay, so obviously 1, 2, 3. These are not good labels. Okay. Okay, we are going to add the good label. So labels equals x8. So xa, and so we are going to use the country name. Okay, country. Okay, so this is a better. Okay, so this is a better. So this is China, the largest one. United States, India, Russia. Okay, so how about we add this 30%? Okay, so let's call names. So this is column names x8. Okay, so this is like, oh, this is sorry, this is names. We should use x8 country. So x8 country. Okay, we should not use column names. Okay, name x8 dollar country. Okay, so this is same thing as before. Okay, we need to add this shares. Okay, so actually is we can use paste 0. So this is x8 dollar shares. Okay, so let's look at the names. Okay. And obviously, this is not very good. It's a good idea we have left parentheses, 30.65% right parentheses. Okay, so the better one is we add the left parentheses, and on the right hand side we have percentage and right parentheses. And okay, so let's look at the right parentheses. Paste global right parentheses CO2 names paste country. Oh, okay, so it should be comma. Okay, comma. Okay, okay. So this is names. Okay, another one is we have add the title. So title equals CO2 emission in 2020 by 15 countries. Okay, by 15 countries. So this is title. Okay, so finally we add pi. So this is pi. Label equals names. Okay, so we use the names. Then main equals title. Okay, so this is our final result. This is our final result. Okay, so this is so looks quite nice, right? CO2 emission in 2020 by 15 countries, or by top 15 countries. Okay, so the China is 30.65%. United States is 13.54%. India is number 3. Then Russia, Japan continue this way. Okay, so this is the end of the second part of topic number 2, using R to generate a pie representing CO2 emission in 2020 by 15 countries. So next we are going to show how to use Python to generate this pie chart. Okay, so first one we use import. Okay. So import panda as PD. Okay. So this is in file. Okay, this is in file. Okay, so this is in file, and we are going to use data frame equals pandas read pickle in file. Okay, so we are going to run it. Okay, there's no error message. Okay, so let's look at data frame head. Okay, so we have 4 columns: country code, country, year, share, global, CO2. Okay, as before, we are going to sort according to year, descending order, and also share of global CO2 descending order. Okay, so let's use F2. So data frame 2 equal data frame sort, and sort values. Okay, we are going to depend on the year. Okay, we have 2 values. One is called year, and the second one is called shares global CO2. Okay, CO2. So this is about this number. Okay, ascending equals. Okay, we have 2 values. The first one is false. Second one is false as well. Okay, so let's look at descending order. Okay, so this is the first one. We're going to add more. Okay, so let's look at first several lines. DF2 head. Okay, DF2 DF sort. Okay, I'm going to run it. Share global. Okay, I'm going to DF HEAD global BAL. Okay, I'm going to run it. Okay, so DF2 head. Okay, DF2 is head. So as I mentioned, the something issue is, so this is not a value. Okay, not a value. So we can drop it. Okay, so this is job NA. Okay, so job NA. So let's do it again. So let's look at the first value of N2. Okay, so let's using 15. Okay, so this is good. So this is obviously we don't want the first one. Okay, so we are going to job this one with this as a label. Okay, so this is we job again. So this is job. Okay, so we one and remove this one. Okay, I'm going to run this one. Okay, I'm going to make it smaller. So let's look at data frame 2 HEAD14. So let's use 15. Okay, so this is exactly what we want. Okay, so we have several. We have the country code, we have country name, we have the year, and also we have the percentage. Okay, and you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 4 lines. So actually, we can also combine this line, put it here. Okay, we'll put it here. Just need like 3 lines. Okay. Okay. So we are going to draw a pie. Okay. Import. Okay, I'm going to separate. Import matplot libpy plot splt. Okay, so plt pi. Okay, so let's make it simple. df2 dot. So this is shares global CO2 and dot values. Okay, so this is values. Okay, suppose we only care about first 15. Okay, so this is plt pi. So we are going to use this last column, and we use its value from 0 to 14. So let's run it. Okay, PL to matplot. Okay, matplot libpy plot. So let's run it. So then run it again. Okay, so this is the reason I'm going to click here. Okay, so I'm going to run it and run it second time. Okay, so this is our final result. Okay, the next one, like previous one, we want to add some. Okay, we can just click, then we can save the image. Okay, we can save the image. Suppose I save as the 10. I called test1. Okay, PNG. Okay, test1. Okay. The question now is how to add some labels. Okay, how to add some labels. Okay. So actually, if we look at the help, so let's type plt pi. Okay, you see here there are some labels. Okay, we can add some labels. Okay, the first thing is, so let's add so-called a equals. So this is df2. Okay, so we know country. Okay, the country. Then we use value. Then we are interested in the first 15. Okay, so we are going to run it, and so this is called A. Okay, so this is China, United States, India. So that's fine. Okay, so let's look at the B. I'm going to use df2 head. Okay, so let's head. So let's use 12. Okay, so as like R, and we're interested in the second last column. Okay, so let's call it B. Okay, so B equal df2. So this is share global and CO2. Okay, so let's call the value. Okay, so let's look at this one. So let's write. Okay, so this is B. Okay, the issue is B itself is like numbers, so we can use a string. Okay, we use string. We put them. So actually, string, we convert them into string. Okay, so let's write it. So this is B. However, if we put this way, it becomes like one vector. Okay, one vector. So let's get the B. However, you see the A we have like 14. So let's look at input numpy as NP. So NP shape A. So this is 15. Okay, NP shape B. Okay, so this is like a string. Okay, so we have to split it. Okay, split and by space. So let's split it. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, so let's look at the global value. Okay, I need also. So this is 0 to 14. Okay, so 0 to 14. So let's 0 to 14. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, so let's look at the B value. So B value we have. So let's look at numpy shape. Okay, and also 14. So let's A plus B. Oh, this is from 0 to 14. Okay, I'm going to write again A and B. Okay, so A plus B. Okay, so let's look at the effect of A plus B. A plus B. Okay, you see it's very close to our result. Okay, so only thing we need is like so let's call it names equals A plus, okay, remember we left parentheses plus B plus and percentage right parentheses. Okay, so this is, so let's call the names. Okay, so let's call the names. So A plus left parentheses plus B plus percent right parentheses. Okay, let's write it. So this is called names. Okay, and so this only issue is this one. Okay, okay, so let's copy paste. So this is our original one. So let's call it comma labels. You see here, labels here. So labels equals names. Set. Okay, labels equals name. So let's run it. Okay, it's a good idea we add a title. Okay, so this is, okay, we use PLT title page. Okay, so this is CO2 emission in 2020 by top 15 by 15 countries. Okay, so this is the title, CO2 emissions in 2020. Okay, so I'm going to run both. Okay, so I'm going to add a title. Okay, so this is title. So I'm going to save it. Okay, so this is temp. So let's cut CO2 and final. Okay, final Python. Okay, this is PNG file. Okay, save it. Okay, that's it.